Have you ever felt your energy physically drain the moment someone asks, working hard or hardly working? Or perhaps you felt like an outsider because you'd rather discuss the mysteries of the universe than the morning weather. If small talk feels like a chore or even actual torture to you, you aren't alone, and more importantly, you aren't broken. Welcome to Simplified Psychology, where we break down the complex inner workings of your mind. Today, we're diving into the small talk skeptic. We'll explore why some brains are neurologically wired to reject the mundane, why polite scripts can feel like a cage, and what your hatred for shallow chatter reveals about your need for authentic connection. If you're ready to stop performing and start understanding the why behind your social style, you're in the right place. Let's simplify the psychology of why we crave depth in a world that often stays on the surface. For many, small talk is the social lubricant that makes the world go round. But for a significant portion of the population, these casual exchanges, weather updates, commute complaints, or weekend recaps, feel like an exhausting performance or a barrier to true connection. According to psychological research, hating small talk isn't a personality flaw. It is often a sign of how your brain processes information and values human connection. Neuroscience suggests that some individuals possess a high need for cognition. This means their brains are naturally wired to crave depth, complexity, and mental stimulation. The dopamine factor. While social butterflies might get a dopamine hit from a quick, friendly greeting, a deep thinker often feels neurologically starved by surface-level chat. To them, small talk provides zero intellectual substance. The shift. However, when the topic shifts to philosophy, space, psychology, or personal struggles, these same people often become the most engaged talkers in the room. They aren't antisocial, they are simply allergic to the mundane. For some, small talk isn't just boring, it's a high-stakes performance. While one person is breezing through a chat about the rain, the other is managing an intense hyper-analysis. They are constantly monitoring their own facial expressions, worrying if their tone is right, or calculating the perfect time to ask a follow-up question. Dissociation. Because they are so busy playing the part of a social person, they can't actually be present in the moment. This leads to a feeling of being fake or disconnected, making the entire interaction feel like a chore rather than a pleasure. Psychologists use the term existential authenticity to describe the desire to live according to one's true self. To a person who values this, small talk feels like a series of tiny betrayals. The scripted trap. We are taught from childhood to follow social scripts, e.g., how are you? I'm fine, you? The betrayal. For those who crave realness, saying I'm fine when they are actually struggling feels dishonest. They view small talk as a cage that prevents people from truly knowing one another. One of the most defining traits of people who hate small talk is their relationship with silence. Most people experience negative silence, a frantic need to fill the void with any noise possible to avoid awkwardness. Small talk skeptics value positive silence. To them, being able to sit with someone without talking is a sign of true intimacy. It says, I am comfortable enough with you that I don't need to perform. There is a common misconception that people who avoid small talk are stuck up or intellectual snobs. In reality, it is often about vulnerability. Small talk is safe. No one gets hurt talking about the weather. It's a shield. Deep talk is dangerous. When you skip the script and talk about your fears or passions, you risk being judged, misunderstood, or rejected. Those who skip small talk are often choosing bravery over politeness. They would rather risk a real and potentially messy connection than hide behind a polite mask. If you identify with this, you aren't broken. Your preference for depth means you likely value quality over quantity in your relationships. You would rather have 2 friends who know your soul than 20 acquaintances who only know your coffee order. In a world that often stays on the surface, your desire for the real is a rare and valuable trait.